Pancake!
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Pretty good, you?
Good. Can you give us like a little bit of a background, like what you've done and
Sure.
what you play, like the whole spiel?
So, I started to play the game in beta, and I was initially a support player, actually, and you might not actually know that.
I did
So I
not.
was like, I know one trick, like in Mass or something.
Yeah.
And I started to grind, and I ended up 4450 a couple of seasons ago on two heroes, mostly Widowmaker and Sombra. Widowmaker was so
4450.
Widow during Dive Meta, Sombra during Goats. And then I was previously on a team called Synergy, and we made the OD playoffs. So we were top 5, I believe. That would be my player background. But on the side, I was always coaching. As a player, I was blessed that I had great coaching staff with me on my previous teams, and I'd like to think that I learned a lot from them that really helped me understand more about the game, and also helped me understand that it's not because you like knowing a lot doesn't make you a good coach. It's the way, it's like you need like some sort of like ways to make the players understand your knowledge
Yeah.
for you to be a good coach.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you know Kenzo by any chance?
I've seen some of his videos on YouTube.
Would you be interested in reviewing his gameplay?
Sure.
All right.
Is there like a review from him?
Yeah, he sent one in the thing. I'll post it in the
look at
general
that.
chat. We're starting out. If you guys are unaware or like haven't seen when we bring in guests, we do like a few VODs and we get
Alright.
really in depth in a few.
So,
and then
Widow,
like this week's
generally,
DPS.
I mean, for you, Kenzo, I'm sure you know, but like you just take the most aggressive line of sight. I'm curious sometimes because I don't know if I want to coach.
We literally went from
a
bronze
team
to
perspective
to
or how to climb the
Prime
ladder
Master.
perspective, which is extremely different.
Yeah. I think at least I don't think Kenzo is planning on playing on a team anytime soon. So probably ladder, I would assume.
Ladder.
Yeah.
Okay. So ladder, man, you just want.
Correct
to
me
have
if I'm
the
wrong
biggest
there,
balls
Kenzo.
around. It's as simple as that. You want to show that a Widow who's the boss around here. And honestly, I found that Widow battle like resolves like if you have a big ego as a Widow, it's going to be in your favor. You just need to be confident in yourself. Just YOLO the shots.
Agreed.
And think that they will land, and if they don't land, you go again. The only ladder, but declined. Well, that's okay. Sure. Let's go look at that.
The shoes are off, by the
I
way.
love
chat.
when Ryan does
I'm
that.
getting cozy.
Just wiggle right, left, and just like remove his shield from you.
You're not calling me out, are you?
Nah.
I stream with shoes on. I got back. I ran inside, dude. I came back. Come on.
Let me go back a bit. So with Widow here, okay. First of all, multiple things. You don't want their teams to know where you are at all time. I feel like right now I understand that you're trying to like be like to have the position so you have the most like line of sight available to you, which is fine, which is good.
Can't see the cooldown.
Though
of the grapple.
usually like you want to do that once the Widow is dead. You don't want to like just peek the world while he's still alive because there's right now he can peek you from way too many angles, and that's dangerous. Even if you think that you're better, even like see right now he just missed a shot. You could be there, right there, right? So when you left your initial positioning, which is
Ryan VOD's yet? No, that'll be
sort of
we'll
here,
be doing
behind your Ryan. So you have
after.
the angle here. You should, instead of going back, which is extremely dangerous, which is fine if the Widow's dead, but if it's alive, there's multiple locations for you, which is right here. If you know that their Widow is like on top here, and their DPS are not like pushing you in this area, you can be sitting right behind
let
the
him know we
box
can't
here
see his
and be shooting and have all the line of sight. Oops, that is here like this. Okay. That's a good spot.
I should let you know we can't see your cursor on the stream.
You cannot see my cursor. Okay,
No,
well this
no. So if you describe it, I can draw it with Epic
well
Pen,
that little like that little box in the middle of your screen, like slightly to the left. Do you see it?
This one right here.
I can't draw. Okay. Well, feels bad, man.
Oh wait, no. You can go live instead of stream Overwatch. So it actually
it's
captures your whole display if you
Right.
want.
So anyway, like from behind that
He's
little,
like, nah,
that little,
fuck that.
I'm gonna call it a thingy, right? That little thingy. You can have a good sight on most of all the points, plus where their line will be peeking without peeking their widow, except if you flank from behind you, which just never happened. Okay, so that's a good spot. So it seems like you're going for it right now, but you're just gonna stop. See right now, I don't like this. This is dangerous. This is just asking to die.
Yeah, I feel like right when Genji saw that grapple too, he like immediately went to that high ground.
Correct, right. So the grapple, again, like you want to keep that for, it's your safety net.
Yeah.
You're like a Winston without a jump
yeah,
right now.
Yeah.
You like as much as possible, like you want to try to avoid that. I don't know what SR you are. The last time I checked, like on YouTube, it was like high match or something. But when you start to play against like 44, 45, 4600 players, if you play against OGE on Winston, right now you're dead. You are dead.
Yeah,
because
they're
you
tracking
just use your grapple and they're killing you now, right?
Yeah.
So especially if you're a good widow, like if you're a bad widow, it's actually funny because they will just ignore you because they don't really see you as a threat. If you're popping off, if you're carrying, they will be all over you. Here, understand that they have like.
What's up, Drunk Daddy?
What?
Hello.
Oh yeah, they have a ball diva. Yeah, it's heavily dangerous for you. Extremely, and yeah, they have dive. So here,
yeah,
honestly,
I'm mostly worried about. That's what at least what I was getting at earlier. Is I'm mostly worried about these two. Because they're definitely tracking that. Like it's really easy. Diva with the boosters,
nice.
Genji with the dash.
And
like,
now you
and then
can,
seeing with the 12-second
like,
cooldown on there.
Yeah,
and now there we go, perfect. Yeah, and I agree. And it's we've
try
kind
to change your gameplay if their widow's alive or not. Try to play accordingly. On defense, you don't actually need to go for the 1v1s, right? Like there's some widows that are better at it than others. Like for example, like personally, I was always better at 1v1s with widow than anything else, right? So I always enjoyed taking in the 1v1s, which is I guess one of my strengths. But if I'm losing the 1v1, then I'm really fucked.
Yeah.
And the way that we're gonna play on defense is like there's multiple playstyle, but you don't actually like need to take that. You can just be in a position from where the other widow cannot see you, and the only way for him to see you would be to take a position that is like extremely aggressive, and then your tanks can punish that, or your other DPS and whatnot, right? Well, I guess in this case you have no Lucio, so your tank can't move, and then you get a Torp, you can't do anything anyway. Yeah, sure. I guess in this case you don't really have the choice, but.
And we've talked about this with other heroes, especially like Kree and Brig and.
Well,
that's just unlucky.
Well, that's just like Ryan. What happened to your shield?
And yeah, we talked about this with other heroes. The like having certain abilities like you said, safety nets, like Kree roll, Brig even with her stun.
You're right. Yeah,
get out.
like you hate to see it. I like your position right now. It's
and
really
Winston
safe against
jump,
their widow.
like all these abilities that are mainly intended to disengage. And I think we know that, especially using the grapple, like that's kind of how we usually use it. But when they're running the dive like that, they're tracking those things. Like if it's like a 6v6 fight and they're looking for a dive, like they're waiting to see that grapple, so they know they can dive without you repositioning. I think what his point is like you won't get punished for that too often.
You're just looking for picks
in High Master, but especially like when you climb, and you will, like Kenzo, obviously, you will climb.
I was waiting for that. As soon as I see you grapple like that like I feel like that is a mistake. It's the type of things that in a scrim a coach would like be freaking out because, and again, I don't know if like for the ladder, but I feel like again if they're tank or the Genji, or in this case the Genji clearly saw it, right? he clearly saw it since he is like all over you. That's extremely dangerous.
Yeah. Because
your grapple is your only PL ability. So if you use it just for like grapple shots, or to get on high ground while the fight is going on, that might kill you, which is I think what is about to happen since you have a good Genji in your screen right now.
Yeah, I feel like that response is almost, it was what, 1 or 2 seconds afterwards. Like it was just like communicated to the team, like, oh, what did just grapple an enemy, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm sure as well, Kenzo, like you get probably stream snipers in there, especially DPS ones, and they're probably going for you specifically, I would assume. And you know, they'll call out that nano just so they can go and blade you. You know. And I would love to see that tracked, and then you just grapple away from it, and them just look like a complete idiot trying to go for the dash on a Widow with grapples. So. Hold on, can I mention something, by the way?
Yeah, sure.
So I've done probably I think 5 Widow VOD reviews, so not a lot, but I've noticed one thing is that a lot of Widow players neglect to put down Venom Mine. Is that something, like, at least for me, I'm always like confused by that. Do you think Venom Mine is a pretty essential part of Widow's kit, or do you think it's just like
No, it is really. That's the tool that allows you to win the 1v1 against Genjis when it dives you, right? You just put it with like Venom Mine on you, they dash you, they get mined, and then you SMG to that. Or it's really good. Or to play against scouts. That's a good point. Thing is, I believe that right now I would not Venom Mine either.
Oh yeah, not here.
This is not a position that I'm planning on keeping anyway.
Yeah.
So it's more for like when your positions like start to be more static, that you are going to Venom Mine to counter a solo DPS dive or to counter a flank. So and this right now I would not do it. But yeah, absolutely. Like it is a very good like tool for the Widow.
Okay.
It's also really good against Hanzo.
I just want to make sure I'm not getting bad advice to all our Widow mains.
Jump on you. You just fucking, you mind them and you trade like a madman while like SMG. It's really working. It's really great, and it steals them.
Yeah. This is why I bring in Pancake chat. This is why I bring in other people to do to do specific roles. Because I'll sound like an idiot on these ones, especially for higher tier gameplay. Like anything master and above, dude, I would like for DPS. I'm just like subpar coaching, but I'm learning.
So now that you guys have, oh wow, what's going on over there? Okay, you'll get it, I believe.
There it is.
Well, that's honestly, so that was not planned on their part, but that I'm happy that it happened, because it feels like, I understand, I feel like, well, like here, like you were just trying to get it picked. I mean, it's, I don't know, that's fine. What is Rosario doing? Yeah. So now that there's no Widow, what I would like to suggest you. So I like the way that you were playing previously, like a bit safer, not picking too many angles. Now that there is no more Widow, I understand there's a Hanzo, but it's not as much a threat at all. You want to have this line of like you want to be on the top of the world. Like you need to have sights on as many things as possible at all time. You want us to look at the world. And this is, I understand that the Hanzo will be shooting at you. You'll be shooting back. I believe, like in a 1v1, you should have the edge. And looking, and just your presence on multiple line of sights will be extremely oppressive for the other team. And I always thought of Widow in that way. Widow, you're not a pick hero. You punish positional mistakes. Is the way I like to think about it.
Yeah, I like that. The way you put that too. Yeah.
So you want to be in a position from where no matter where they are,
that's
kind of what fuck up their position, you're there to punish it.
There it is. Star. That's what we were talking about the other day when you submitted your VOD last time.
And just like get a frag, but more important, you want to be there for when they fuck up, and so you want to be able to see as much as you can.
Right. Even if we get picks, we have to have that pressure after we get that pick.
When the other Widow is dead, or when there's no Widow. But here, you still need to keep an eye on the Hanzo, obviously.
Yeah, 1000%. And that's another Widow player that we had earlier. It was like he would get picks a lot, and he was like he was in Diamond, And you might know Star Drummer. I think, yeah, we brought him on for scrims that one day. He would get picks, but then like consistently lose team fights, and so he would get a pick, but then he like wouldn't put pressure on the team after he got that pick, like just with presence. And I think it's good. It's good. As we're fixing this here, right. It's a good thing to mention. Like Widow's presence is a lot of times really undervalued into what makes her a hero, because she can zone out large areas of a map without repositioning like ever.
Oh, nice.
A consistent Widow can literally deny pathing, like without even landing shots. Like all of a sudden, if you're getting picks, like all of a sudden people are saying we can't go this way because Widow's looking down that way. Like that's
I don't know what the enemy team is trying to do right now. Honestly,
that's crazy for a hero.
I see a Winston being hammered by a Ryan, which would never happen. Okay. Okay, so instead of going for that hook that that will give you a line of sight of like their entire spawn, but will cost you your hook. I don't want to tell you how to play your hero, right? Because everybody has his own style, and I do respect that. But I'm gonna give you another option. How about you just go where you're aiming at right now, and just snipe at their spawn, and then you have your grapple to peel yourself out if they're what try to attack you. And since you are in a building, you are extremely hard to dive, since they can only dive the entrance. That's also a possibility for you, right? I feel like it is going to be safer, and it's going to bait their cooldown into you, and it's going to give you much better chance of actually like landing your shots. Up to you to use it or not. I'm just giving that to you, right? It's like it's a card in your hand is all that. Well, yeah. So here, it's always just funny to me to see like a diva inside like that. It's like nothing that you can do.
What he was saying earlier, Chad, is that he could have gone up to here, like literally on the ground, because you have line of sight of the spawn.
There you go.
He needs to grab to get out. There we go. That's what I like, dude. I like because this Genji, you can already tell this Genji is wanting to kill Kenzo specifically. Like we're nano blading and looking for Kenzo every fight. And if you have that grapple to get out, you just make that Genji look like literally an idiot. Because they're thirsty, dude. They're thirsty
Unlucky
for the kill.
Tracer falling off the cliff. Okay.
You big brain them. You become the chess grandmaster. Styling, dude.
There we go.
Styling.
I like that. I like that a lot.
What's up, Niax? Welcome back. So do you think Kenzo's biggest thing right now is just misuse of hook? Or not even misuse, just like...
well, it's hard to say, because like, I think that's probably something that I mean, I'd like to think that you're aware of, and that you were just kind of trying to get a pick or flex on them, and then you get punished for it. It's not really lack of knowledge. It's more something that, on the spot you were trying to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like a big thing, but just be aware of it. Just be aware of like that if you die because of it, it's clearly your fault, right? Low-key me flexing? Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought.
I think we can assume that much.
So as long as you understand
not that you should change that either.
That's totally your fault, right? Yeah. It's like they caught you without your pants there, and it shit happens, but that's not like falling off nowhere.
Yeah, Kenzo, you're an entertainer, so
that's one thing. Two,
I wouldn't change
your playstyle according to if they have a Widow or not, right? I feel like very often like Widows tend to play a lot with instinct. And it's good to break down the instincts into why am I playing like this when I have Widow? I'm playing differently, like make it more like consciousness, and just be conscious of like why you should be playing in different way according to what's in front of you, and just to keep that in mind, right?
It's cool, dude. Brecker, thanks for the sub, man.
All right, let's
got some fresh meat in chat. We got some fresh meat from Brecker, chat. Thank you, Brecker, for the sub, man. Tier 1. Enjoy your emotes.
Oh! You love to see it.
That was
clean. That was nasty. I love it.
Yeah, coming from Pancake, that's big.
So here, I like it a lot. The Widow is dead. You're taking a wide angle with as much as well, here like you have a pillar in your face, but a sec. There you go. You see all the point. You see behind the point. You see pretty much all that need to be seen. You are going to put a lot of pressure on them.
And you have a corner and a ceiling to position behind too. I agree.
This will help. Bedtime. Anything.
Are we still doing the guess SR after this? Because I don't know what SR that is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd love to. I don't think either of us know. I know you were teetering on GM. Last time I checked.
I like how your aim is getting better as the game goes on. It's like you just wake up and play that game.
I think it's the amount of, and again, I think it's kind of what you're talking about, like the amount of pressure they had there. They were just rolling with it, and then I think the confidence definitely shot up once they capped that point so quickly. And yeah, a lot less pressure in the aim.
Oh, that's good. Good stuff.
Yeah. So, what if you were to guess? I already have my guess. If you were to guess based on Kenzo's game, let's do Kenzo's gameplay alone. What rank do you think Kenzo would be at right now?
Warmed up or not? Because like Kenzo early game versus Kenzo end of game was like two different players. I feel like.
You know what? Just average them together. Whatever you think.
I hate this game.
Well, I'm making you play it.
Not 4.3. No.
No.
Not because of that game.
I feel like 4.3 Widow players are a lot less. It's a lot more boring gameplay from 4.3. It's a lot more hiding and repositioning.
Right, or it's boring early game, and then they realize, wait a second, the enemy team suck, and then it's interesting.
Yeah, then they go nuts. Yeah. I think it's a good thing to
3.8, 3.9 is my guess.
That's what I would guess as well. Mechanically, and I've seen Kenzo play quite a few times. Like mechanically, I would say mechanically like at least 4.2. As far as like the way the game flows, I can see how that would still be like high master. And I think it's that kind of double-edged sword with like you want to create good content and also be good at the game. And it's hard to balance those two and still like consistently be high ranked. Right. And we see that from like every Widow content creator I know, like flexes a lot. The only exception maybe being Kefri a little bit. But every other Widow player I know, always they dip down to high master quite often and then go back up to GM like 4.2 and they hover around 4.3 and then they drop back down and blah, 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 blah. And I think it's because like, they want to create that content. And they don't want to just have boring gameplay all day.
Right, yeah, because I still remember like when I was playing myself, like 4.4 Widow, like when I was good, which is not the case anymore, but I used to be good.
Yeah, Kenzo. Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, I'd be like sometimes it's a game of patience, right? Like you get that one pick, and you know that the Widow is respawning, so you just go in his spawn and you just chill, and then their Widow sees you, and then it's a lot of like not doing anything and just being patient. And the first one will get impatient and you just like drop on the occasion. But oh wait, is there a way to see the SR though? It's not
on the replay. No. Yeah.
39.50.
Yeah, 39.50.
4.3 on the Widow, top 10 on overbuff.
No.
That's also something that
I think just the other players in the game too.
It's always like difficult for me to rate other Itzian, especially like when they are. I don't know if you if you're like a one trick like a main widow, but there's a big difference between.
He plays Hanzo as well, I believe.
Okay, because like for example,
enough,
do you know the player main? Like you might not. Anyway, so he was a really good widow, but it was not his main. You were like an Itzian player, his Zarya was not, his Tracer was not. So and then you try to rate a player without knowing all his hero pool. Because I would see so many great widows, and I'm getting absolutely destroyed. And I'm looking at it, and then I'm just looking at a rank. I'm just like high master, and I'm like 4.350, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And then it's just like it's mind blowing. Sometimes there is great mechanical player in high master, and you're just like you don't. It's like it's really surprising, I guess.
Yeah. So do you think having a little bit larger of a hero pool
absolutely because sometimes especially and it's sad on Widow because the better you do early game the worse it becomes because they will just go dive you and all of a sudden there's summer again on you all game and you can't do anything, and if you cannot switch to like McCree and have a similar impact, that's right there, that's SR that you will be losing. And except when you're like Kefri, for example, where you can just one trick and just win these duels somehow, or be well known enough that your team will try to play around you.
Yeah.
Though Kenzo is actually pretty.